Excited to have our annual event, something that we look forward to every year. And standing in the hall and waiting to come on stage is Jacob Moore, who is Director of Choral Activities for Hudson High School and the show choir. Please welcome them.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Moore. I'm the Director of Choirs at Hudson High School, and the group you are about to see is Vocal Impact. We're going to start things off with our men, who will be singing Bruce Springsteen's arrangement of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and it will feature soloist Andrew Clem.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So you better be good for goodness sake. You better be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 Santa Claus is coming to town.
So this next song, if you remember last year's performance, you might remember this song as well. This one's entitled "White Winter Hymnal" by the group Pentatonics. We seem to do a lot of Pentatonics. We've joked that this is the Pentatonics cover band, but when they're the best, we want to do the best that there is out there. So we did this one last year, and it incorporated a lot of body percussion and just gave them something else to focus on instead of the singing. And when they asked to bring it back this year, I was more than happy to oblige. So this is "White Winter Hymnal."
I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. Ooh, I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
So we started by featuring the gentlemen. Now we're going to feature our ladies. I know that Brenda Lee was the voice that I heard when I was listening to the song growing up. This is going to be "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," and it's actually choreographed by three of our own, Barrett Elderton, Grace Turner, and Adeline Wickerham.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see, every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas
So when I first took over this job in 2015, I told them my philosophy with show choir, with choirs in general, but especially show choirs, you can look great, you can dance fantastic, but if you don't sound good, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're a choir. So I love picking music where I can just showcase their voices because they're fantastic singers. And this one is another one by Pentatonics. But it really captured that sentimental feeling that we all seem to get around the holiday season. It just inexplicably comes back because it's that time of the year. This song is entitled That's Christmas to Me and will feature bass soloist Joey Carlson.
The fireplace is burning bright, shining all on me. I see the presents underneath the good old Christmas tree. And I'll wait all night till Santa comes to wake me from my dreams. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. I see the children play outside like angels in the snow. While Mom and Daddy share a kiss under the mistletoe. And we'll cherish all these simple things wherever we may be. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. I've got this Christmas song in my heart. Oh, the stockings by the Christmas tree. Oh, why? That's Christmas to me. Why? That's Christmas to me.
I listen for the thud of reindeer walking on the roof. As I fall asleep to lullabies, the morning's coming
Oh,
soon.
the only gift I'll ever need is the joy of family. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas. Oh, Christmas song in my heart. Oh, the stockings by the Christmas tree. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. Why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. All the joy that makes us sing. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. Oh, Christmas song in my heart. I've got the candles glowing in the dark. And for years to come we'll always know one thing. That's the love that Christmas can bring. Why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me.
So this group is very, very busy, and I appreciate all their hard work. I'm sure some of them are still waking up right now, but they're a very busy group. As soon as we're done here, we're going to be heading over to the high school to perform at the PTO breakfast there. So, but we're really thankful to Gail for having us here, and I see our superintendent Phil Herman and other board members. Thank you for your support, because without it, this doesn't happen. So we want to thank you so much. But thanks for having us. I do want to talk quickly. If you remember the group last year, they were called Swing Choir. They're no longer called Swing Choir anymore. We've changed the name to Vocal Impact. Now, the reason I did that is because Swing Choir no longer reflected what this group was doing and where the direction of this group was going. And it served Hudson High School for many, many years. I mean, far before me, all of Amy Faux's 30 years at Hudson, but we needed to change to modernize the group a little bit more and to reflect the direction in which this group was going. And when I first heard them sing, with both this group this year and last year's group, I knew that this was one of the better names, perfect, I mean really, it is a perfect name out there for this group. But like I told him, at the end of the day, it's just a name, all right? And I'm hoping that throughout my tenure at Hudson, whether it lasts 10 years, I hope, 35. Well, we'll see. I'm only on year 2. I better watch myself. But I hope that it can have as iconic of a punch, if you will, as Swing Choir did and what Swing Choir meant to this community. But that was a big deal for this group, and I took all their ideas into consideration because it's never my group, it's our group. It's more theirs than it is mine. I just have the pleasure and the honor of just being in front of it and working with them. So you've seen the men by themselves, you've seen the ladies by themselves. Now we're going to put them together. This next song is Let It Snow. And when we first started rehearsing this, it proved pretty difficult because it was a jazz piece, so the chords were very strange. The time signature changes a little bit. And at first I was like, not sure if we're going to get this with the time that we have. But these students are rock stars, and they pulled it together and were able to put a dance to it. This is probably one of my favorites that they do. This is Let It Snow. Well, once again, I want to thank you so much for having us, Gail, especially for reaching out and bringing us back this year. We like to end our numbers with another just standing still, or as we call it, the family portrait sing-along, if you will. Well, I mean, I'm the first one to call it that, but... But this one is just a gift from all of us and our families to you and your families throughout this holiday season. We hope you have nothing but good tidings, and we thank you so much for just coming here and listening to us this morning. If you want to check us out, you can see this group and many more on our YouTube channel if you just search Hudson High School Choir. We just had our choir concert on Monday, and this group, along with the other 4 fabulous groups that we have at the high school, just really raised the bar another notch on Monday. I'm so proud of these students. They're fantastic. They really are. So this last number is the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Like I said, there's nothing better than just sitting down and listening to just a beautifully sung piece, and I couldn't think of anything better than this one to close our set. Thank you so much for sitting and listening to us. This is the Christmas song.
Good morning, Rotarians and guests. Is this working?
Is the light on at the bottom?
Yeah. Hello. Okay. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Hudson. I'm Ron Strobel, the Sergeant at Arms. Our invocation this morning is by Phil Tobin.
Morning, Rotarians.
Morning, Phil.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. Scratch notes. I guess when you're 83, you're allowed to scratch a few notes. Question is, can I read them all? May the peace of the Lord enter the hearts of all of us who come together today to share the joy of this awesome season. This is the season of Christmas. For the treasured friendships of our fellow Rotarians, we ask your blessing, O Lord. For the special gift of love and caring we share, we ask your blessing, O Lord. For the oneness of the four-way test we share, we ask your blessing, O Lord. For those whose lives Rotarians around the world will touch today, we ask your blessing, O Lord. For those who have prepared this meal and for the food we enjoy, we ask your blessing. Bless this food to our liking and us to your service. In your name we ask it. Amen.
Thank you, Phil. And now join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? You may be seated. In the interest of, we've already heard maybe better music than we could have done singing. We're going to forego the singing today. But before I turn the mic over to our president, today's fine day, and I know that our fine master would not fine himself, so I'm going to use my position as Sergeant at Arms. Front page of the Hudson Hub, Citizen of the Year, Ed Sogan with his wife in full color, and I think that is worth a $5 fine, and I'm going to pay it for him. There it is. And now our President, David Basil.
Thank you, Ron. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. Good morning, guests. Thank you for being here this morning. Yeah, it was kind of a tough decision not to sing this morning. After what we heard, I think we'll just leave it at that. Congratulations, as Ron said, to Ed Sogan, the Midday Hudson Citizen of the Year. And we will hear from Ed in a few minutes for Fine Day. Tom Page, any update for the fall fundraiser?
You bet.
Well, you guys have been playing with me, and I like the way you play. Because last week, I think I told you we had 138 dozen roses sold. I just put an order in yesterday for 180. And the caramel corn, Yale and service only went crazy. Because we were at around 160 last week, and now we're almost at 300. Yeah. So things are coming. Where's Larry? Where you sitting, buddy? Larry Santon, stand up. If you have any money left over and you haven't turned it in, see him, please. If you, I know there's been a call out to order more caramel corn. So today's the last day. So if you brought orders in, then see him. Okay?
Not too late.
Now next Wednesday, I'm going to wear this crazy Santa hat, and we're going to have the stuff lined up in the hallway there, and we're going to hand this stuff out so you can distribute. That's next Wednesday. So if you order roses, order caramel corn, And I'm going to tabulate the financials by tomorrow. And if some of you, or if I don't believe we have a check or cash from you, I'll be coming to you in a nice way to make sure that you follow through. But I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 people that haven't even participated. I even got a call from Charleston, South Carolina. How about that? Phil Warburton, checks in the mail. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom. And just to emphasize, pickup is next week, so everything that's been ordered will be available for pickup next Wednesday. Craig Tallman, you asked for a minute for the foundation.
Thanks, Deb. Good morning, Rotarians and guests. Good morning. Okay. I just wanted to plant the seed with everybody here this morning. Next week, when we meet, we will be making a short presentation for our annual appeal to all of us to help fund our permanent account, permanent fund in the foundation that supports all of our scholarships as well as our grants going into the community. As we have in the past, we'll have a letter that you can certainly use to accompany any funding that you would like to share with us. It will be tax deductible. You will receive in return a letter. We hope that your generosity will be certainly considered along with all other areas of interest that you intend to fund by the year end for tax purposes and or giving purposes at the same time. So we'll do that next week, and we hope that you'll be generous with your support. Thank you.
Thanks, Craig. I know we have a number of guests with us this morning. So if members have guests, if you could just stand and introduce your guests, we would appreciate it. Gail?
Good morning again. Judy Wenham, part of the Racer Group. Wayne Samuelson, part of the Racer Group.
Thank you, Gail. Norma, thanks for being here again this morning. Thank you, Peter. Any other guests? Yes, Liz. Good morning, Louise. Thank you again for being here. Rich.
Yes, we have the lovely Carol Warfield here.
Thank you. Good morning, Carol. Den?
The good wife, Mary Rich, is joining me this morning.
Good morning, Mary. Thank you again. Okay. Joe Zapatowski. We have a couple of special presentations. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, George. Good morning, Tina.
You have to hold it. Good morning, Rotarians. It's our privilege this morning as Rotarians to honor 2 ladies. They are friends of Rotary. They are our friends. These 2 ladies were supportive of their husbands' contributions through Rotary to our community, to our Hudson community. As they lived their lives, their spouses embraced the objects of Rotary, which of course encompass the 4-way test, exemplifying Rotary's service above self. 2 of our friends were unable to be with us this morning due to prior engagements. We honor them by mentioning their names, Clara Hewlett and Jan Saxton. But it gives me a great deal of pleasure to call our friends of Rotary who are with us this morning to this podium so that I might present each of them with a bouquet of roses. With our and Rotary's deepest appreciation for the part that each one of them played in the life of Rotary. Norma Busey and Louise Sutton. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. And thank you again, Norma and Louise, for being here this morning. It does mean a great deal to us to have you with us. And next up, have your money out. Santa is here. Mr. Sogan, fine day.
We did have some people come through the line and contribute to the Santa on the Green. We do not ask for funds for that, but we did have a family give us a few dollars, so that's going into our kitty today. Lynn is going to be on this side. Rich is going to be on the opposite side collecting money. The Bad Boys table, most of your dollars are folded like this for some reason. If you could fold them the regular way, we'd appreciate it. It's easier to collect. Lynn, if you could take these dollars. As most of you know, I was the football coach, track coach, athletic director, and physical education teacher at the high school. But as you just saw this morning, our performing and visual arts for the Hudson schools are second to none. What an outstanding job, year in and year out, and their tradition continues. I know that Amy Fowkes was head of that group for some 30 years, but as you saw today, that tradition continues. We are extremely proud of all of our students in the Hudson schools, and you saw a great example of what they're capable of doing. Speaking of wrestling, the 50th annual holiday tournament is this weekend. 50 years for our tournament. It's a great one. Starts on Friday. It goes into Saturday afternoon and evening. So if you don't have plans, it's a great tournament, and a lot of outstanding teams from the area come in, and even some from other parts of Ohio. If our lovely assistants can look around, we're looking for no pins and no badges. So if you do not have a pin or badge on, our guest, you're exempt from this. But please raise your hand and make sure that we collect all those particular fines. We've got a good turnout today. Larry, I don't, somebody's pointing at you. I don't see a pin over there. Rich, he doesn't have his dollar up either. Jim's got it. Oh. All right, we've got, I don't want to get into it. That was a Bad Boys table. I continually do that. All right, in the hub, we've got Chris Barker, featured with the First National Bank grand opening. Look at that. Well, it did, yeah. It's got a nice picture of, she's got the scissors, the ribbons cut, no pin, Chris. And according to one of my crack researchers, Ron Strobel, if you read the article, the new banking office in Twinsburg. What was that all about? No. Another dollar. You can't even get it right in the paper. No excuses there, no excuses. Also, we have...
I can make it bigger. You said you wanted it as big as possible.
Okay, all right. Rich Warfield, picking in the Hudson Hub. If you look at his choices, he doesn't even pick his old home team, Minnesota. Come on, buddy.
You betcha.
That's a dollar. No. You gotta be able to pick. You gotta be true blue. 11. If you're a Browns fan, you're a Browns fan.
That's an easy one.
That doesn't make any difference, buddy. Wait till next year. All right. Oh, and the picture in the hub front page. Mary stole all of them from our neighborhood, so I got to pay $10 for that. So Lynn, you can take that and pass that on to her.
I can't make it any bigger, Ed.
Okay, all right. That was as big as my head after having it, yeah. How about a joker from Maple Heights making the front page of the hub? I can't believe that. Okay, thanks to the Santa on the Green helpers. If you participated, I want everybody to stand that helped out with setup, with running the crew. Please stand up. You guys did a great job. Let's have a nice round of applause again for them. Please remain standing. please have $1 in your hand. Lynn was the only one with a pin. Everybody else in that group, pay $1. Oh, wait a minute. Ron also had it. Ron had one too. He doesn't miss a chance to wear that pin. He's got him on his jammies. Okay. Talking about last week, again at the Bad Boys table. Man, they spread out a little bit. Brad, you even got out of that table, so you don't have to pay a fine. I'll get you later. Okay, the Bad Boys table is here, and luckily we have our treasurer that keeps them in line. But last week, the comment was, why is Santa so jolly? Because he knows where all the naughty girls live. That's $1 for everybody over there. That's terrible. The bad girls table's over here. Louise, you got stuck at that table. That's the bad girls. Their comment last week was, this Christmas, instead of gifts, I'm just giving everyone my opinion. Tough table over there. Lynn, grab $1 from those guys over there. You're part of that group too, Lynn, so okay. All right. Last week also I had a little box put aside over here where you were signing up. Many of you participated in that, and they wanted to know something about some Santa-related questions. So we have a couple of them here. Our first is from Joe Zabatowski, who put in the question, what nationality is Santa? He's North Polish. Very good. Dobre. Very good. From Brad Nelson, how does a snowman get across town? Bicycle. Get it? Bicycle. Bob's Bikes. Bicycle. Okay. Banker Chris Barker. What do you call a broke Santa? Broke Santa. Saint Nicholas. Get it? Nicholas. That was her question. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for those questions, and we're going to go ahead and move on. This is our contest time. Remember, we had quotes. This is just going to be, again, some Santa trivia. We'll divide it up. Once again, please get your dollars out. We'll have this side versus the team over here. So, George, your team is on this side. And Joe, are you at that table? Okay. And then everybody on that side. Bob, you're on that particular one. So get ready to go. You have 5 seconds to answer the question correctly. If you answer it correctly, the other team gets fined. If you do not come up with the answer, you owe $1, the entire group over here. We're going to go with this side first. What do you call an obnoxious reindeer? Bam. Rude Alf. Oh, everyone over here $1. Remember, the fines are going toward the Salvation Army today, so we want to help them out. Okay, so we move over here. Lynn, you ready? I'm sure they're going to get this one. This is a really smart group. Yeah, right. Why was Santa's little helper depressed? Because he had low elf esteem. Boom. Buck over here for these guys. All right, coming back over to this side. Rich, how we doing? Did you get the money from up here? You got to move around, son. We got a time limit.
They'll have short arms.
I know. Okay. Next question for this side. What is the popular Christmas carol in the desert? Bam. Oh, camel, ye faithful. Camel. Ooh. These are like gimmies. These are like soft tosses. Okay, we're back over here. Lynn, you ready? Last question. Thank goodness. What cars do elves drive? Bam. A toy Yoda. Get it? Oh, okay. That's all the time we have. Oh, wait a minute. We do have, no. We've got one story. Father Joe Boisel was on a retreat last Christmas. You may remember this story, and you probably have heard it before. But his retreat was down in Kentucky. And he went down there for a week, and he was coming back, and it was, again, this time of year. It was Christmas time. There was a light snow. He was going through this beautiful little town, and there was a unbelievable nativity scene right in the middle of town in the town square, and it was very realistic. The camels, I mean, it was life-size camels, you know, the crib, the whole 9 yards. So he got out of the car to take a picture, and he's looking, and the three wise men had fire helmets on. The oddest thing in the world. The rest of it was just absolutely magnificent. And he looked around, there was nobody to ask a question to, so he got back in his car, and he started to head out of town. So as he's driving out of town, he comes across a convenience store. He was low on gas. He needed a little snack to make it back to Hudson. So he pulls into the convenience store, goes and gets his snack, fills up the gas, and as he's paying his money to the clerk, he asked the lady, he said, well, you know, hey, this is, I mean, that nativity scene is fantastic, but that's the goofiest thing I've ever seen, having fire helmets on the three wise men. And she got fired up. I mean, she was a pistol. So she got kind of irritated with this type of a comment, and she runs and gets her Bible and opens it to the page and says, and I quote, if I can find it, okay, Mr. Yankee smart feller, says right here, the three wise men came from afar. Okay, all right. Rotary anniversaries, if those people that have Rotary anniversaries could make a little contribution, be greatly appreciated. Jim Ahern, 6 years of outstanding service to the Rotary, and David Basil, our president and mayor, 7 years. Congratulations to those two. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Okay, it's time for birthdays and birthday wishes. We have unbelievable. It was a great month for birthdays here. Allison Feaster, December 9th. Oh. Happy BD. Any birthday wish? Peace on earth. There we go. Very original, Allison. She came up with that on the spur of the moment. Outstanding job. Jim Hackney, December 13th. Birthday wish? Nah. Nothing? Yeah. Okay. If you read the paper, I'm in Rotary, I'm Taste of Hudson, and the Schools Foundation. He got me in all three of those. $2 for you for getting me into that stuff. Den Rich, the 14th, one day after.
Today? And goodwill towards men.
Oh, okay. Ron Strobel, the 21st.
I guess I wish for a successful gala next year.
Very good.
We'll start on that. Be specific. Yeah.
Meetings start immediately, right?
Yeah.
George Smuts on the 26th. Ooh. Correct? Woo! Oh.
That cost $20.
George. Tina, that means you're not getting a present for Christmas. Dick Pearsall, the 28th. 92nd birthday. 92nd, correct?
92, yeah. Wow. I want a lot of stability and a wonderful year for everyone.
And Jay Yard on the 29th.
I wish that I may enjoy another year with this great group.
Okay, any happy news? we heard it all right there. Okay. All right, okay, we're all happy. All right, we all know the true meaning of Christmas, and make sure you keep it in your hearts. But also remember, Christmas isn't about the tree or what's under it, it's who's around it. God bless, have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ed. A reminder, there is a meeting of the club board after this meeting in the Greenwood Dining Room. Everybody is welcome to attend. Thanks to the AV setup crew. They did a fantastic job setting up today across the hall for the program and then bringing things back across. Tom Page, Tom Tobin, James Field, Den Rich, Ron Barnhouse, and our service learning student that's helping out this month, Ashley Affelt. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause because they really did a great job. Today's Rotabuck. The payout is $17. The jackpot is $176. Norma, if you would do us the honor. Thank you. The last four numbers, 3254. 3254.
Good year. That looks black to me.
Okay, that concludes today's meeting. For all who might be traveling and not with us next week, I wish you safe travels and a blessed holiday season with loved ones. And if you are here next week, you can pick up all of your popcorn and roses. And with that, we're adjourned. Thank you.